I know in the last 4K Blu-ray pickup video that I did a couple months ago, I said I wasn't going to buy any more movies, and, well, that was a lie. Let's get to the video. Welcome back, film fans. My name is Brad from Let's Be Real Brad. I do movie reviews, TV reviews, and other movie-related content on the channel. So if you are new to the channel, I suggest you hit that subscribe button and leave a like if you want to. It would be gladly appreciated. In the last 4K Blu-ray pickup video I did a couple months ago, I talked about the fact that I wasn't going to be buying any more movies because I'm trying to save more money. Like, I'm a 22-year-old college graduate. Like, I'm broke. I need to start saving a little bit more money. So I took a 3-month long break of buying physical media, which is probably why the past couple months have been really long of just not having my favorite movies on a disc that I can look at on this beautiful shelf over here. But I found a couple of deals and I wanted to buy some movies, and so let's just dive right into my picks. So let's just dive into all the movies that I picked up, and I have to start off with Death on the Nile from 1978. This is a movie that I have been wanting to watch for a really long time, and I actually wanted to watch it after I watched Death on the Nile that came out in February because I wanted to compare the two and see which one is better. But it comes to find out that this movie is not available on any streaming service or any place to rent the film like Amazon, Vudu, or Apple, or even Google Movies. So the only way I could get this movie was actually through Kino Lorber, and I got this for a massive Kino Lorber sale, which is going to be a bulk of the movies that I got here, and I finally got this one. So I'm really excited to check this one out because I've heard it's really good and probably better than the movie that came out a couple months ago, so we'll see how it goes. Another movie I got from the Kino Lorber sale was Misery on 4K Blu-ray, as this is a phenomenal film that I watched actually last year, and I wish I waited to watch it because I didn't realize that they were gonna make a 4K to come out like that year. And this is a movie that I've been wanting to get for quite some time, and I've heard it is a beautiful looking transfer, so I can't wait to watch this again on a very snowy and cold day, which is something that happens a lot in New England, so I have a lot of opportunities to watch this film in the future. The next movie I'm going to talk about is one that you probably haven't even heard of, or if you have, didn't even think that you remembered this movie, and that is the Buzz Lightyear of Star Command: The Adventure Begins movie that came out after the first Toy Story film that actually led into the spin-off TV show of Buzz Lightyear. This is a very underrated film that I would consider in the Toy Story film franchise, and I wanted to watch this movie again because of the new Lightyear movie that's coming out in June. And as you guys know, I'm a massive Toy Story fan, and I have never seen this movie on DVD as I had the VHS. Is it as good as I remember? As this movie is not available on Disney Plus, there's no Blu-ray for it, and even the show has no physical media for it. You can only watch it from bootleg Blu-rays or watching it on YouTube, so I'm curious of how this movie's going to hold up. Next movie I picked up is the 4K of Sonic the Hedgehog, as I wanted to watch this before the brand new Sonic movie came out a couple weeks ago, and I needed to have this in my collection because, as you guys know, I was not a fan of the Sonic film when I first saw it, as I did a review many years ago when it came out. But then when I rewatched this movie again, I enjoyed it so much more, and it was a little bit of a risk buying this movie even though I didn't really enjoy it. But then when I watched it again, I enjoyed it, so I'm glad I did because this was kind of expensive to get. The next movie I want to talk about is the 4K of Hannibal, as this is a sequel to Silence of the Lambs with Anthony Hopkins playing Hannibal Lecter. And this is one that I've wanted for quite some time now, as this is the only 4K version of the film that you can watch, as it was done by Kino Lorber, who has done a great job in the physical media community as of late. And I wanted to watch this in the best quality possible because, you know, it's 4K, and they had a massive sale for this, and I can't wait to see how good this is, especially because it is directed by Ridley Scott. The next movie I want to talk about is Some Like It Hot on 4K. This is another Kino Lorber 4K transfer, as this movie already has a Criterion Blu-ray, which I've heard is fantastic, as it normally is with Criterion. But then I heard that there was a 4K that was coming out, and I think it came out earlier this year, and they had a massive sale for it, which I was really surprised because, you know, it was a brand new transfer that just came out like this year, I believe, or maybe it was last year. I don't even remember, but I wanted to get on the best quality possible, and this is a phenomenal film. If you haven't seen it, it's an all-time classic, and I can't wait to show Maddie because I think she's gonna really love this movie. The next movie I want to talk about is another Kino Lorber film, but it is on Blu-ray, and that is Metropolis. This is considered an all-time classic sci-fi film that I have never even heard of or don't even know anything about, but everyone always talks about this film when they talk about the classic sci-fi movies, and apparently with this transfer, it has a complete metropolis, as it says on the title, the complete metropolis, because it adds, I think, about 25 minutes extra for the movie, and it has a brand new audio track, it has a 50-minute documentary, and it just seems like this is the complete version of the film, and I'm really excited to check this out. The next movie I picked up is another 4K of Kino Lorber that came out, I think, last year, and is one that I've been waiting to watch for a really long time because I heard a 4K that was coming out, and you guys are gonna be mad that I haven't seen it, and that is Spaceballs. This is an all-time classic parody film that everyone seems to love. I have no idea if this movie is actually good, or, you know, there might be people that who really enjoyed this movie. I don't even know how well it holds up, but it is a parody of Star Wars, and that is one of my favorite film franchises ever, like a lot of people, because, you know, Star Wars is awesome. And knowing that this movie was gonna be on 4K and I could watch it in the best quality possible, like I always say in these pickup videos, I had to get this, especially on the sale. And I am actually rewatching all the Star Wars movies right now because Maddie hasn't actually seen all the Star Wars movies, so I think it would be the perfect time to watch this film. Another movie that I picked up on 4K from Kino Lorber is The Silence of the Lambs, as I knew that if I was going to get Hannibal, I should definitely get The Silence of the Lambs. But as you guys know, in a couple of videos before, I did get The Silence of the Lambs on Criterion, which was a major upgrade from the MGM Blu-ray that I had in my collection. It looks so much better. But I heard that the 4K and the Criterion are pretty much neck and neck, but I heard that this is the best looking transfer out of all of them. It has so many great special features, and I just really want this classic, amazing movie on the best transfer possible. The next pickup that I'm going to be talking about is one that I didn't even plan on getting, as when I went to Walmart a couple of days ago with Maddie, I realized that this television series was so cheap for the whole complete series, and I thought, man, I could easily pick this up. Let's see if there's a Blu-ray, and there was no Blu-ray for it, so the DVD was the best quality possible. So then I checked all the streaming services. It's not on any streaming services, so I was like, man, I should definitely pick this up because I've actually never watched this show, and everyone loves this show, and I feel like I wouldn't be a fan of these characters or this franchise if I haven't seen this, and that is the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on DVD, the complete collection. It has over like 39 discs, and it was around 25 bucks, which is really cheap because if you check eBay or anywhere else, this thing is really expensive and very sought after. So they must have had a huge sale for it. Maybe they're working on a Blu-ray. I don't know what it is, but I knew I need to pick this up because I have always wanted to watch this show as a kid, but I will be watching and reviewing this show for the upcoming Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie that comes out next year, because I think I'm gonna really want to talk about this. So I'm glad I got it. For this next pickup, I have been planning this one for quite some time now, as it's supposed to be an anniversary gift for my girlfriend Maddie of 3 years on April 26th, and I wanted to get her something that felt like it actually came from me and that I just didn't buy because I knew she wanted, but I wanted to make it feel really personal that we can both watch and enjoy together. I mean, it's not the only thing that I got her, but that is Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the complete collection on DVD. But I bet you guys are probably wondering, isn't this show already on streaming to watch? And yes, it's true, but the streaming version of the show is so bad and so awful that I didn't even want to watch the show, as Maddie made me watch one of the episodes and I really enjoyed it, but I could not stand how awful the show looked, and that's because it is a remastered version of the show that's supposed to be HD, but it looks so horrible because they expand the aspect ratio to fit the entire screen. But if you know about old television, it used to have the black bars on each of the sides, which would be a 133:1 aspect ratio, and that is how it's supposed to look. And so for this Buffy the Vampire, the complete series, it actually features the proper correct aspect ratio, and it features better audio, and it has a bunch of special features. I did a ton of research on this, and all the Buffy the Vampire fans said that this is easily the best transfer, but this was also extremely expensive, as this is completely brand new, and I got this for around $80, which is insane because this easily goes for 180 to 200, as this is very sought after because there might not be a Blu-ray for this. So I had to get this for her, and she loved it, and I hope to watch this in the future. And now, the final pickup of the month of April, which is a 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, which is one that you've already seen in the thumbnail, and that is Spider-Man No Way Home. As you guys probably already know, I do not buy full-price 4Ks or Blu-rays, as these movies always go on sale for such a cheaper price. But for a movie like Spider-Man No Way Home, I had to get this at full price because this movie was so amazing. It gave me every single thing that I wanted and so much more, and I need to get this in the best quality format possible. Sure, I went to Walmart to get the Walmart exclusive cover for this movie, and it was completely sold out, and at that point I just really wanted the movie, so I got it, and I'll just deal with this really crappy cover here. But I really love this movie, and I think I deserved to get a full price 4K for a change because everyone else is getting this movie. So maybe I can do that for other really amazing movies in the future, like Dune or The Batman or what else is coming out. So I'm so glad I got this movie, and I hope you picked it up yourselves. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video, as I am so happy to talk about all these movies that I can finally put on this awesome shelf here. And I want to know in the comment section, what are some of your favorite pickups that I got in this video? I can't wait to hear about those. But before you guys check out this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave a like if you want to, and ring that notification bell so I can see you all in the following video.